What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eyebrow, also known as PT, and I'm here to talk about September 11th. Today is September 11th, 2019, and it's crazy to think that 18 years ago, the world as we know it in the United States, especially with flying and airports, changed forever. And it's not like a happy day or a joyous day, but it is a day of remembrance and never forgetting, because it is a day that changed my life and so many Americans' lives that day. And I was talking with a couple patients yesterday about it and a couple people online today, because every September 11th, it's another year later and another year later and another year later. And it's crazy to think of, where were you on September 11th, 2001? And some of the students that come to our clinics or patients or people we talk to, some people weren't even born yet. Some people were 2, 3, 4 years old. Some people were going to work. Some people were in college. And I was in college. I was a freshman at the University of Tampa. I remember it's that time where you're remembering that day because it's such a big moment. It was a Tuesday. It was kind of a random Tuesday. The semester basically just started for me at University of Tampa because we went there in August and it was September 11th. So we were in a couple weeks into the semester, and it was my first semester. And I remember being in college away from New Jersey and my friends in Pennsylvania and New York and New Jersey. And my family was in New Jersey, and they still are. But I remember going to class early that morning. We had one of these like baccalaureate classes, one of these freshman classes. I don't even know what it was. But I remember going to class early. I think it was like 8 to 9 o'clock or 9:10 was the class. So I remember going to class, coming back, and I didn't have another class for a couple hours. So I put on the television, and it was breaking news about the World Trade Center in New York City. And one of the towers, I believe, was already having smoke and a fire and everything. So I didn't know what was going on, like what's happening there as well. Again, I'm from New Jersey, the tri-state area, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, and my brother is in New York City and stuff. And it's interesting to talk about what was going on. My roommate was at class, or my roommate wasn't there, so I wasn't talking with him. I was like alone watching television. And I'm like, all right, what's going on here? And people weren't really sure what was happening. I know I wasn't. I was just watching it like, man, did something happen here? Is there a fire or something wrong with the windows or something here on there as well? And then, then you get reports of what it was and just the attack. And, it was just terrible. And then you find out there's another plane going to attack the Pentagon, and another plane that stopped another plane from going down somewhere else. And it was a crazy day. It was a crazy thing where you're like, man, I remember like calling my dad or calling people and making sure people were okay and where people were at. And, I have nothing but respect, the highest respect for police officers, firefighters, military, and just like people in general that are nice and respectful and who do a crazy job, like be a police officer. That's a crazy job that you have to put up with so much stuff. A firefighter, being in the military, like that's just not going to your job, going on a computer, doing little things like that, or being on YouTube or anything, whatever it is. That's crazy stuff where you put your life on the line. And I have nothing but massive respect for that. Some of my friends are police officers. Some of my family was in the military, and I treat patients that are in every branch of the military. I treat people that are police officers now, firefighters now, and the world has drastically changed over the past 18 years. And a lot would say, and I would say, that for the worse. It's not that much better from where we're at. Yeah, we got, prettier iPhones and this and that and faster connectivity and whatever, but overall, the world is being, treated poorly, and people are treating others pretty poorly. And I'm by no means a perfect human being, but I'm all about respect, and I don't disrespect other people unless they disrespect me. I respect others until there's disrespect going around. I mind my business until someone steps out of line and does crazy stuff like that. And I think everybody is so quick to fight, whether it's online or in person. Someone cuts you off, they're ready to run you off the road. They're ready to take you out because you might have driven a little aggressively or did something like that too. And it's usually the person that's driving over the top aggressive that's really crazy, that's ready to road rage on someone else. And it's just nuts. For the smallest infraction, people have the shortest fuse now. They're just like ready to go. They're on edge. You're like, no, it's me first. No, it's me first. Forget you. It's me first. I don't care. It's me first. Yeah, well, relax. Everybody take a chill pill. Everybody relax. Everybody wants what everybody has, and everyone can see everybody on Instagram, and everybody can see everybody on Facebook and all this stuff that everybody has. And there's people becoming billionaires that, in my opinion, shouldn't be billionaires and keeping up with this person and keeping up with that family. Who cares? Who cares about those people? Not me. And why should you? Who cares what this person posts on Instagram and is so fake and it doesn't matter and it's not real life? A lot of people post a lot of stupid stuff on Facebook and Instagram and online, and it's super fake. It's not real life. It's just crazy for people to think that. But, I went off on a little tangent there because it's kind of crazy. If you put things in perspective, where have you been and where has the world been over the past 18 years? I've done a lot of things. Graduated from the University of Tampa, got my doctorate of physical therapy, been practicing as a physical therapist for the past 10 years, and it's just crazy to think that that's all been done in 18 years. Also, being on YouTube for awesome people like yourself that are watching this channel, doing big things, starting a zombie apocalypse book series, and doing a lot of things that I love to do, and I just want to say that you can do it too. I want to say the general, if you can believe it, you can dream it. Well, there's certain things. Like if you want to fly and you don't have a helicopter or a plane or a jetpack or something, you're probably not going to fly because the human body has limitations. But there are certain things, if you dream big, you can do it. Believe in yourself, you can do it. And it's just interesting that there's going to be a lot of haters. And it doesn't matter what you're going to do, there's always going to be haters, right? And I was reading something interesting yesterday on Facebook where the Lady Gaga's real name is Stephanie. And she was in school and she had, the aspirations to be a big star and be a pop star and really do music. Someone started a Facebook group and they were bullying her, saying that you're not going to be famous. Basically, they made a group to put down this girl, Stephanie, who is now Lady Gaga, who is famous and who is great. So the haters can fuel you to be bigger than you can even ever dream of. So you can do it. Use that hate and that bullying and that fuel from the haters to keep you going when you doubt yourself. When you feel like if you give up, you're letting the haters win because they win. You stop, the haters won. And it's going to be tough. Life is tough. Anything worth doing in life requires sacrifice. Belief, determination, sacrifice, all those things I say at the end of the videos is true. You have to put in hard work and be determined and believe in yourself and sacrifice things to achieve big things. And I know I went off on a tangent from September 11th, but I just feel like inspiration is something that people need and motivation, especially maybe on a day like this. September 11th is not a good day, but it's a day to never forget. And the last thing I want to say is that I remember going to college from New Jersey. I flew from Philadelphia to Tampa, Florida. So I flew from Philadelphia International Airport to Tampa International Airport. So I went from a flight in August, right before September 11th. And some people might not even remember the fact that you could go walk through the airport, go through security and everything without a ticket. You wouldn't have to have a body scanner. You wouldn't have any of that. So I was waiting at the gate to get on the plane with my dad. I was talking to my girlfriend at the time on the phone. My friends, Sean and Matt, come walking down the area to gate, whatever it was that I was at. And I'm like, hold on, I'll call you back. Boop. And I see the two guys, two of my good friends, walking over to me to say goodbye because they didn't get a chance to say goodbye before I was flying to Tampa. And it was like, wow, that was August, right before September 11th, 2001. That's not ever going to happen again, most likely. Body scanners, tickets, you got to have to be, high security for the airports, which is good. That's for sure. It's something needed because it's, scary to fly for some people. And the more security, the better. But, if you're going through the scanners, you got to take the laptops out. You got to take your shoes off. You got to do all that. There's always lines and people are like, do I got to take my shoes off? Do I got to do this? Do I got to do that? And then some TSA people say this and another TSA person says the exact opposite. Well, that person said you didn't have to. Well, I'm saying you have to. So which is it? Can we get on the same page? Can we have a better system a little bit for it? It can be very secure, but it's a pain in the butt to get to the airport 2 hours early to do all that stuff before where that wasn't ever happening. That wasn't the way it was back before September 11th. And that's some of the impactful things that happened to me. Remember, I was on September 11th, 2001. Where were you? It's the question because some people were like, I wasn't even born yet or I was in school. But September 11th, 2001, 18 years ago, I was in college at the University of Tampa. So I just thought it was an interesting thing to talk about. Sorry about my rants and tangents I went on there too, but hopefully it all goes together. And also, I went to Sam's Club today on Wednesday. You know, Wednesdays I go to Sam's Club, and I was at the same checkout that I was, the self-checkout. I looked to my left, and there was even more Christmas stuff out with more trees, more Santa Claus stuff, more just inflatables. There was a snowman, reindeers. It was even more. So I can't believe it. It's September 11th, and it was last week, September 4th, that they had the start of the Christmas stuff. So I'm guessing Labor Day is the start of them selling Christmas items and holiday items for the end of the year, which is crazy to think that, guys. So it's September 11th, 2019, 18 years ago today. The world forever changed in my eyes for the worse. So hopefully you guys are doing okay. I know today can be a little tough for some people just because it's a tough day. We lost close to 3,000 people. It changed the world as we knew it. And it's one of those things that it's just tough. So hopefully you guys are doing okay with it. But remember, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories, and staying true to yourself. See you guys.